Hola, hola, mi gente. It's your girl Panchita, y otra vez es el tiempo para un leer colectivo, a nice little collective read for the week of October 20th. And we're diving right in today. So this week is full of new beginnings and also some endings that are essentially ushering in those new beginnings. First off, we have the new moon in Libra, which is today on Tuesday, October 21st. This is when I'm filming this. And then right after the new moon, the sun enters Scorpio season. So that means this new moon, a symbol of new beginnings, is taking place at the very end of a sign, Libra, right as the sun is moving into Scorpio. Welcome, spooky season. And at the same time, across the galaxy, we have Neptune, planet of dreams, planet of illusions and fantasy, moving back into his domicile of Pisces, which is really interesting, meaning we may see some themes that were taking place earlier on this year, back in March, kind of reappearing so that we can close out those chapters and move on. I'm doing something different today in honor of these new beginnings, and I'm going to pull cards first and then kind of incorporate more of the astrology kind of all together. I already shuffled my cards. I had a couple of cards fall out. So we're diving right in. The first card that fell out also face up is the Knight of Wands. And I kind of love that the universe is already just starting us off with some nice color coordination here. I love it. And I really, really always enjoy this card. This card is really about going forth, going towards our goals, our dreams, our aspirations, and what we desire. The Knight is front line energy, really, really shooting for the moon, landing upon the stars, not letting anything hold themselves back. It's very Mars and Scorpio energy, where Mars currently is. As we enter Scorpio season, I really love that Mars, which is the ruling planet of Scorpio, is sitting with Mercury in this sign. So really giving it a lot of gusto, giving us a lot of ability to focus our intentions on our goals and go towards what we want. The next card that came out face down, we have, the King of Swords. All right, so this is really about using our mental energy wisely and also knowing that we can call upon trusted others and we can delegate responsibilities in a way that really lets others shine as well. It's about understanding that we don't have every single talent in the world. We can't do things on our own. So we have to, of course, delegate responsibilities and really celebrate others' strengths as well. I like that this card also has the lions on it. It has the female kind of pride as well, working together, teamwork. Really wonderful. And this is also incorporating a bit of that air energy as we celebrate the new moon in Libra, which is an air sign. I'm getting the feeling to do two more cards, so we'll do a nice 4-card pull here. The next card that we have is the Six of Swords, so lots of air energy. I pulled this, I believe, last week, possibly in a personal read, though. I can't remember. But the Six of Swords has been making an appearance, and we have it in the reversed sign. This is really about moving past old energy, especially in the reversed sign, which, of course, I really like to look at the card in its fullness when we pull a card in reverse. It's really about looking at the element of, have things run its course? Am I hanging on to something too tight? What do I need to let go of so that way I can move forward? This image is really beautiful. It's quite a few figures walking towards the sun. They're essentially kind of migrating away from something, which is really symbolic of this time where we are really closing the chapter of certain things of our lives, so that way we can welcome in new energy. We're at the very, very end of Libra season. Even though there is this symbol of a new beginning, it's a new beginning and really acknowledging that there is the end of things. So that way we're making room for all that's to come. The final card that we're pulling today, is, again, this card also has shown up in previous readings as well. I did a thorough shuffle, So they're showing up again. Obviously, this message is needed to incorporate another time. And again, we have another sword. So here we have 3 swords and we have 1 wands, and this is the 10 of swords. This is heavier energy. It's a feeling of, weight on the mind. Where are we continuing to hold negative thoughts, and how can we release that to better move ourselves forward? So really, really interesting energy. Let's take a look at, what does the sun moving into Scorpio season mean? Well, like I said, it is kind of the beginning of true spooky season. It's this time of new beginnings, but we also, like I was talking about, we have Mars and Mercury in the sign of Scorpio. So I would say that this is going to be a more active Scorpio season, maybe than others. Scorpio season is a time about going within, a time of really looking at the underworkings of other things, of certain things in our lives, exposing anything that might be hidden, so that way we can kind of progress and grow and move forward. The interesting element is we have a couple kind of fascinating movements with Mercury this week as he's in Scorpio. On Friday, Mercury is going to be trining Jupiter, which means that it's a really good time to put out our thoughts, to share them with the world, to drop into someone's DM and go for it, or to send in that job application that you've been thinking about. King of Swords energy is, I think, really, really related to this transit that's going to be happening on Friday. Whenever we think Jupiter, Jupiter is very much, he's connected to Zeus. There's a lot of kingly, fatherly, masculine energy of, going for your goals, going for your ambitions, and also understanding, as well as Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, this very nurturing sign, when it is a good time to also ask for assistance and ask for help. On Saturday as well, we also have Mercury still in Scorpio. We have him trining Saturn also in Pisces. So now Saturn and Neptune will be together in Pisces. And this is about bringing stability and structure to our overall dreams. And I think that might be something that does also touch on kind of the 10 of Swords element, because I think a lot of us, we're starting to see more clearly what the future holds in this year of major transition. But there still are so many questions of how the heck are we getting there? How are we making this dream a reality? And that can definitely cause a lot of weight. This card is very much about kind of releasing that heaviness, releasing those negative thoughts, releasing what RuPaul would call the inner saboteur, to really say, hey, I can do it. I can do this. Even if it feels like I'm being weighed down, even if it feels like the world is against me, I can really work towards these dreams. With Neptune back in Pisces, which Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces, Neptune has a lot of qualities of Pisces when we think about it being connected to water, thinking about it being connected to dreams, to kind of fantasy, to illusions. It can be very easy to get disillusioned at this time, but it is easier than ever to really tap into those dreams. And Scorpio season, we're surrounded by magic at this time of year. The veil is extremely thin. The connections to our loved ones that have passed on, it's easier than ever to call upon them, to, ask questions, to gain understanding and wisdom in that way. And that can really be of assistance as we're having this conversation between the sun in Scorpio and then Neptune, this planet of dreams over in Pisces. Now, it is really good during this time, especially with Neptune back in Pisces for the next few months. He'll be here until late January, early February of next year, to pay attention to any themes that are popping back up that we may have put to rest earlier this year, back around March. Themes when it comes to relationships and family and career, in your finances, in your daily routines, maybe certain things coming back up again. Anything that wasn't fully closed out at this time, it's going to get fully closed out now. And to really look at it as what is happening, to really find unity and understanding within those circumstances, whatever area of life it may be, kind of landing in, to understand that it's really playing out for our best. I really want to point out that during this time, with all this water energy, with Neptune back in the water sign, it can be very easy to want to kind of escape. Neptune in Pisces is a signature that has a lot to do with substance abuse and indulging in different things that different tools for escapism, and to really be wise about how you're utilizing that. We only have this one life. We only have this one time around as the people that we are now. I believe that we live multiple different lives, but we only live one as the individual that we are now. Choose if you want to escape it or if you want to be in it. And I really hope that you choose to be in it, because we are living through extraordinary times of change that I also fully believe all of us chose to be here for. All of us chose to be here to share our magic and to go through it, as wild as that might seem, because yes, the world is definitely a very scary place at this point in time, but it can also be an incredibly amazing place if you share your personal light and your personal magic. So, taking another look at these cards one more time, this is, to be honest, this is a very spiritual pull. We have two, kind of royalty cards. We have the Knight and we have the King, really working towards goals, and also, again, thinking clearly, thinking strategically, definitely that Mercury and Mars and Scorpio energy, and really, again, remembering when to ask for help, when to call on others' strengths, when to know when we can't do everything on our own, and how to wisely delegate that. We also have the number 6 and the number 10. In numerology, this would add up to the number 7. So there is heavy connection to spirituality at this moment, and heavy connection to pulling the reins of our life and really moving forward. Again, definitely that Knight energy. Whatever is holding you back, do your best to move past it. If something has reached its expiration date, know that it is time to move past it. Again, whether it's a relationship, if it's a career situation, if it's a family situation, do your best to not let it weigh you down, to understand that you are worthy, you are deserving of all that you are desiring in this life. You don't have to be curled up in a little ball in the corner, overwhelmed by it. You have the power to move past it, and to move towards the sun. Again, we pulled this in the reverse, which is very much about looking at what we are holding on to that has really reached its expiration date, so that we can confidently move and progress forward. So this is your reading. This is, again, the reading for the week of October 20th into October 26th. We're moving very, very close to Halloween, to Samhain, to Dia de los Muertos, which I celebrate. I love All Saints Day. Beautiful holidays that are all about connecting to those that have come before you, tapping into that wisdom. Don't be afraid to ask and call out for help during this time if you need it. To light a candle, to think of those that have come before you. I promise you, the answers that you are looking for will likely come in very clear this week, as the veil is quite thin, especially as we move into the beginnings of Scorpio season. So happy Scorpio season. When you see this today, the sun will be moving into Scorpio, into the time of magic. Tap into your own magic, and remember to lovingly say goodbye to the things that are not serving you anymore, and know that there is a beautiful new road ahead ready to be traveled. All right, I'll see you next week. Adios.